Hey there guys, welcome back. Today I want to cover a very old but very strong commander would be Kaalia of the Vast. We're a Mardu, we're a 4 mana commander, we're a 2/2 human cleric with flying. Whenever Kaalia attacks an opponent, you may put an angel, demon or dragon from your hand onto the battlefield tapped and attacking. Look, she's a very easy, understandable commander, kind of a one-trick pony with what you're doing, but you can get a lot of value out of it. And to be honest, you can kind of just put your favorite demon, dragons, angels in the deck and you'll probably do okay. She's very powerful, you get to cheat the mana cost of casting them anyway. Yeah, fun fact too, my first time to lose a game of Commander was to her. I got my shit rocked pretty hard, not gonna lie. So very strong lieutenants to deck would be Aurelia the War Leader, who lets you have a double combat. With Kaalia, that means you get to cheat 2 things into play. Avacyn creates a board state that's very hard for your opponent to interact with, and Gisela makes it so we deal double damage and we take half damage on us and our all permanents. Where we have things like Quicksilver Amulet and Whip of Erebos to use alternate casting, so we don't have to hard cast 8, 10 mana angels, demons and dragons, stuff like that. So into your freebies, hopefully things you can cheat in with your commander. Sarah's Emissary is a very powerful one. On entry you pick a card type, you and your creatures are pro that card type. So picking creatures is probably the most common, makes it hard for your opponent to block you, your commander's uncontested, just keep attacking, cheating and stuff like that. But you could pick things like Instant Sorcery to reduce effectiveness of a removal. Hellkite Tyrant, when it hits an opponent, you steal all their artifacts, makes the game very fun, you can also win through it sometimes, but it's really here to steal their mana rocks and ramp you ahead. Angel Serenity on entry will exile away 3 creatures just underneath itself. It's a good way to open up the defense to attack your opponent. Archfiend of Depravity makes it so your opponent's going to have more than 2 creatures at the end of their turn, keeps those token plays in check. Then you've got Angel Despair, on entry she can wreck any permanent, very good when you cheat her in. More of the Flame can burn 4, 3 and 3 on his entry if you're cheating him in, really good way to open up your opponent's army to get in there with your commander. Baleful Dragon, when it hits it deals that much damage to each creature that player controls. Early enough, they think it'd probably keep someone in check and they never have a board state till they die. Sky's Blade is a budget Avacyn really for the deck, gives all your other creatures indestructible. Drana Linvala knocked your opponent's creatures off activated abilities and they get all the set activated abilities. Can be good in certain matchups. The more modern Kaalia, when she enters you dig top 6 for an angel, demon or dragon, so still the same theme, put it into your hand, but it lets you search for things you can hopefully cheat with your main Kaalia. Heart of Storm says creatures you control that entered this turn deal double damage, so cheating them in with the tapped and attacking is great, or double burn, stuff like that. Then you've got Villas the Broker of Blood. He's a very powerful draw engine for a deck like this. Whenever we lose life we draw that many, but you can spam pay 2 to give creatures net counters, but that also draws your cards. Rune Sacred Demon's a good old tutor on a stick. On entry go and get another thing you can hopefully cheat out on the next combat with your commander. Lord of the Void exiles you a big chunk of your opponent's library, I think top 7, and you can cheat a creature from them onto your battlefield. Razzleketh lets you sacrifice things to go tutor for more things, very powerful if you can do it in response to removal. Valgavoth is a very interesting one here. Hard to remove with a very big ward effect. He exiles anything goes to your opponent's graveyards, and then you can cast those things exiled by him by paying life. Depending what kind of game state, if there's a mill player at the table, stuff like that, you can get pretty greedy with this, but you need to pay the life. Raya Dawnbringer can res a creature on each of your upkeeps, just good value on these big high cost creatures. An Ancient Copper Dragon, this thing is nearly $100 still, oh my god. But when it deals combat damage to your player, you roll the d20, you get that many treasure tokens, just gives you a lot of mana back to hopefully hard cast these bigger cards later on. Full extra draw, Phyrexian Arena is nice and steady. Horn of the Mark, if you attack with 2 or more creatures, really good with your commander because she's attacking and you're cheating in something tapped and attacking. You can dig top 5, you can put a creature into your hand, and hopefully you can cheat that creature in on the next combat. Where Read the Bones and Night's Whisper are quick little top up draw, and Demonic Council is a tutor for a demon card, or if you have Delirium it's just a tutor, but either or, putting a demon into our hand means we can go and cheat that in with Kaalia. It's pretty good value. For supporting pieces, got your Lightning Greaves and your Boots here just to make your commander quicker, because you do care about attacking very early on, also harder to remove. Mithril Coat just makes her indestructible. Helm of the Host can make multiple copies of our commander, that gain haste as well, but there are a lot of high value creatures that you would love to have multiple copies of in a deck like this of course. Mother of Runes gives any creature on our board protection from any colour of our choice, to protect your commander and make it harder to block, stuff like that. Recon, you can bounce your creatures out of combat back to your side of the board untapped, so you can at least get the trigger off your commander and then go, oh, I don't want her to die in combat, pull her back in. Where Windcrag Siege and Stronic Resonator are ways to get more activated abilities from our commander, so cheat 2 things in a turn. Rising Day's got a great mana curve. It comes in before your commander, gives a haste, well, all your creatures haste, and it does give a small lord effect to your legendary creatures. Boros Charm and Floros Maneuver are a good way to protect our entire board state. Aggravated Assault is a way to spam multiple combat, so multiple triggers with the commander and getting multiple things into play. Where Animate Dead and Reanimate are very fun, because if someone does remove our high threat creatures, we can very cheaply and cost effectively return them back to the battlefield. And Phyrexian Reclamation is really good, just pay 2 and 2 to return a creature card from your graveyard back to your hand, which then you can cheat in again with your commander. With removal, we are Mardu, we have the best to pick from, we have possibly the best ultimatum, which blows up anything we don't control pretty much. Good luck to your opponents after that. We have Dam, which is a scalable board wipe, and then you've got some of the best direct removal. I like Vindicate, Anguish Unmaking, Despark and Stroke of Midnight. That way I'm just hitting all the non-land permanents with no issue. And then Source to Plowshare and Path to Exile. There's not really much you can't delete. Into mana and lands, things we do really want to mention. We've got a lot of fast mana, probably going to hate us, but getting your commander out early as you can is a big part for this commander. The quicker she's out, the quicker she's cheating in big creatures that are a bit too good, and you can gain control of the game. So Lotus Petal and Simian Spirit Guard are just free mana, where you've got Dark Ritual and Desperate Ritual, which will cover at least one colored pip and the generic cost to your commander, or at least the next commander tax, I should say. So it would be 3 generic for the second cast. Then your Talismans and your Arcane Signet are definitely worth it, because you can at least get any color you need with them. And then Sol Ring, land tax, because there will be some of the table ramping or quicker than us on lands, so land tax gets our basics out of our deck, and so does Wayfarer Bauble. Lands I feel like I should mention, Shizo Death Storehouse gives your commander fear, makes it harder to block so you might not lose her in combat. Whole of the Bandit Lord, you're paying 3 life and a mana, but she will get haste, worth it. Arena of Glory, you can exert it so you get, well, you are technically same amount of mana, but the creature gains haste. Vault of the Archangel gives your entire board state lifelink and death touch, very good with big chunky creatures to gain a lot of life to pad you out. Command Beacon will avoid command attacks one time. Our commander is going to get expensive to play because people will kill her very often. And then same thing, remove your commander from the battlefield, or out of combat I should say, so you don't lose it in combat and you can just keep triggering her again and again and again. That is Kaalia. She's a very strong commander, very fun, typical Mardu. Just pick 3 tribes, here's the best creatures from those tribes, and let's see if we can cheat them into play on combat. She's very powerful what she can do, bit of a one-trick pony, people can predict what she's going to do. If your opponents sandbag a lot of removal or counter spells, it can be a bit rough, not going to lie. You don't get to have fun, and your creatures are hard and expensive to cast, you'll be sitting there for a while. But she's a classic, people love her, they love the 3 tribes, and her Secret Lair is possibly one of the best art in the game. Not gonna lie, I really do like it. Alright, thank you for watching. An oldie but a goodie. If you liked the video, give it a like, and please consider subbing. We are going for 6k now. Thank you for the support, guys, and especially to my patrons. Alright, I think that's it. Alright, see ya.